Hello there, YouTube. I'm here doing an August garden tour, and I wanted to give you a catch-up before I get going because it's been a full summer. It's had so much in it. I'm sure everybody's does. It's kind of like the way life is these days. But I just got done with a writers conference. That was super fun. My kids go back to school next week. My daughter moved off to college last weekend. A son moved back home after college to save money last weekend or the weekend before, can't remember. And there's just all kinds of stuff going on, and it just feels so full. I actually wanted to sit here so you could actually see the growth in the hemp field behind me, and a little bit of an update on the patio garden baskets behind me because they're looking all right, still holding up. It's very hot here in Oregon, and I appreciate that I've found a place in the shade, although I'm going to have to give you a tour in the full sun because I'm a volleyball coach, and that's back on too. So it's just life is finding its rhythm, which I kind of like because I do better with my time when I have a lot on my plate. I'm the queen of procrastination, and I'm the queen of giving myself the day off if I don't have a chance to do that. So, but the conference was super fun. I ended up with feedback from Tyndale Publishing, which was a rejection. Wah, wah, wah. But I was so excited about this rejection because they actually said that the project I had written wasn't for a good fit for them, but that they liked my writing, and they said it was high quality writing, and that they liked who I was on paper as far as what they're looking at to team up with later. So it was kind of like, yay, aw, but we're getting closer. We're getting a better response, and so I'll take that. But while I was at conference, I also got to do some fun things as a publicist and a branding manager, and even a little bit of acquisitions. And for me, there was one particular point at which I had a brainchild idea like 3 years ago, all by myself. Nobody's in, I wasn't, and it came to fruition like 3 years in the making. I never could figure out how it would happen, how it would be something that would come together, and yet it did. So, I don't know, I'm just kind of celebrating that. I just think that there's something exciting when a dream goes from being an imagined thing and a planned for thing and a learned for thing into a reality. The other thing that I had happen that was pretty fun is this yesterday, I'm going to be giving away a free short story so that people can see what kind of writer I am and see if they like me. I'm working on editing it right now, but the person who is in charge of making my cover, they actually made my book cover. So it's the first time I've had that experience where you have the book cover with your name across the front, and it's a free giveaway in the end, but I'm counting it. It is, I can just feel it's almost like my oldest son and his sweetheart jumped out of an airplane. What do they call that? I want to say hang gliding, but it's not. Parachuting. They parachuted out of an airplane, and they landed down, and right at the end they're coming down like this, and right at the end they pull their string and it kind of goes up like this and then comes down real gentle, and some people skid it in and some people run down on their feet. I feel like my book journey is right there, and I feel encouraged, which has been a while, to be honest. It's been a long haul. It's writing a book and getting traditionally published is not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. But I know you guys are on here for garden stuff, so little things that I'm excited about is my tomatillo plant that grows ground cherries. The ground cherries are amazing. I think I could eat every single one and not share any with my family. And the cucamelons took off, and my chickens, my young chickens are all laying their eggs, and so I have quite a rainbow. Maybe I'll work on getting a picture of the range. I think I might have one or two that are still coming. The ducks are laying. So the other night I made a huge batch of breakfast burritos and froze them up so that my big growing strapping boys in my house and my husband would have easy breakfast in the morning. And I'm getting all kinds of these little texts that say, "Mom, yummo, yummo," and I'm like, sweet. It's so exciting. So the part that you've been waiting for, let's go do a garden tour in the heat of the day. So some things will probably show that, but I'd rather do it in the heat of the day than not get it done. And we will not be looking at my greenhouse because my greenhouse looks like the graveyard of spring. I actually have some flowers and stuff still growing in there. I do not know how because I have been thoroughly neglecting it. My asparagus is still alive, some carrots are still alive, a rhubarb is still alive, and a sweet pea. Everything else, looks crunchy. So we will not be showing that, but I will take you and go see my garden. Let's go check it out. I wish you could feel how hot it is. It's like that deep heat of summer. You know, it's still pretty muggy and humid here in Oregon, but oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. One of my favorite things is to be out here in the garden at night when I have my light all lit up all the way around. And it's too hard to video it because you can't see anything, but I sure wish you could see it. So the snap peas are pretty done. The sunflower seed, both of them grew sideways. That one got weighed down, so we'll probably be removing it out. But look how big they are. I mean, they're like huge. They're just huge and so cool. I love them. I actually got a second planting of them there, and those ones are coming up well, so we'll get to see that. So next year's goal is, I love the lavender. I'm gonna make the lavender go all the way down. And I got some calendula that survived the chickens, the Armageddon of chickens. But let's go back in here. So hopefully I'm not making you guys seasick. The zinnias are in full bloom. All right, so the girl who did not tie up her tomatoes will have to do better next year. They're a little tied up at that end, so you can kind of see they're mounded better than down here. But I guess I'm doing a study to see how bad the mold and how bad that wipes them out. So far, I've lost some fruit to like the chickens and stuff, but I don't think I've lost too much just because of airflow type of issues. So my potatoes were all harvested out. My scallions are done. I think I'll get ready to plant here pretty quick again. Underneath here I have peppers, which are actually producing, even though they're hidden and they took so long to take off. I don't know how many they'll actually get, but I should probably harvest this sunflower so I can actually give room to them. But see, look, I think those are jalapenos in there. We'll see. I have hopes of actually getting some pepper, zucchini, courgette, striped I call this one a courgette because it looks different, but it's that color versus the green. But look how big and happy the plants are, still doing greatness. Tomatoes are still coming on strong. Yes, I haven't let you out yet today, silly boy. I decided to name my rooster Paulo. For any of you people who watch the Friends TV show, he's the Italian lover. All right, so this is looking wilty from the heat. Maybe needs to be, but there's that turned out to be, oh, I'm gonna remember the name in just a second. Acorn squash, blank. I know it. And then that, these are the patty pans, which I've harvested so many off of. I've gotten quite a few. I thought there would be one in here to actually show you, but maybe not. My brassicas, I've gotten a lot of broccoli off of that. And these, I'm still figuring out brassicas. Everybody says plant them in the spring, but I don't get any crops until way late if I do that. So I might have to actually plant in the fall too and see if the fall ones will actually carry over the winter and come into the spring. I'm not sure. I'm still learning. There's little crooknecks in there, celery. I've harvested so much chamomile. It's so delightful. Dill. I had dill in a soup the other day. And these little things haven't thrived, but they're giving me enough beans. I actually really like these. They're really nutty and mellow flavor. Whereas those ones, I can hardly get them small enough to not have a tough shell. So these are the red. There's some kind of pink or red one. So I'm letting them go to seed. So I'm gonna try to do dry beans off of these this year. And yes, Paulo, King Paulo, I hear you. I know you hear my voice. Zinnias, nasturtiums are just about done. Peppers in here that are finally getting enough sun to turn into something. So we'll see. And this is so exciting. Oregon is hard to grow melons because we just don't get pure enough sunshine, but this is gonna do all right. Kajari melons, look how cute they are. I know everybody else's are almost done, but lo and behold, we're still growing. So I've actually replanted in here. I have some carrots coming up and some weeds. See, when I expose the dirt, all the weeds come up, but I don't have a lot of weeds in like the pathways and stuff, so that's good. But the radishes reseeded themselves and I replanted carrots. So that's the goal. So there are obviously some carrots growing in there, more celery, my fennel, all the way up to seed. I think I need some more help on how to cook with fennel because I like it when it's young and then you take out the whole plant, but I was trying to see if you could actually kind of keep the plant going. There's chard. I planted some fresh cucumber plants here, and I think maybe even a zucchini, I'm not sure, just for a second planting. And my tomatillos that only had 2 plants, one was tiny. I think they might actually be getting cross-pollinating happening, because if you only have one, you don't get fruit. So I have this healthy tomatillo plant, but I only had one, and the other one was too tiny. But I noticed that they're starting to bell up and get bigger. See, there's one under there. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. Yes, Paulo. Yes, Paulo, I hear you. Okay, and this is all the ground cherries, and I love them. They're so cute too, and I just love to go in here and play hide and seek and eat all of them. Eat all of them. So when you pick one out, these taste so good. I think this is my new favorite. I don't think I'll ever grow a garden without trying to grow these. And then we've got potatoes. These were so perfectly bloomed like 2 days ago. Now they're kind of fading, but I kind of like the potato flower. It's so pretty. They're actually a light purple. So let's see here. But there's cucumbers all in here. There's actually some beets that probably need to be harvested down in there, but I'm the one who eats beets in the family, so I try to harvest them fresh because I don't seem to eat them if they've been sitting in my fridge for a while. So happy animals in there. My friend, I think I told you guys, my friend, she got married a handful of years ago, and she gave me a pack of she gave each of her wedding guests a pack of zinnia seeds as like a memento thing, and these are a leftover pack that she gave me. So I wasn't at her wedding, but this was fun, and these are like up to my hip high. And look at all of this, the lettuces and the radishes and my winter squash coming in. Some of this stuff is almost done, but it sure is doing well. I figured out how to keep my animals from eating it. I put this thin barrier here so they can't eat it quite so much. And of course, this makes me happy. This is what I really want over the front arch. The front arch is the beans are only up halfway on both sides, and they're supposed to be the noodle beans, and they just took forever to grow and didn't take very good. So I will try them again another year with a new pack of seeds and see if that helps. But I wasn't very keen. I think they might just need more direct sun. So my corn is all up. It isn't a success though, because I have enough growing that it's pretty, but there's hardly any kerns. I think corns. My brain's not even thinking of the right word. I think it has to do with them not getting enough sun. Remember I told you the building behind blocks? So I've done great with corn in years past. But I had it moved over to like this area, and I had a lot more of it, and I got enough corn last year. Oh my goodness, Paulo. Do you want to show off? Is that what you're doing? You gonna show them all? Huh? I'll let you out in just a second. I know he's gonna crow just as soon as I turn around, move away. So I have peppers coming in here. I think these Korobachi peppers are amazing. There he goes. I'm waiting for him to turn colors. I think I'll even eat them when they're like barely turned. Got bell peppers and jalapenos that are ready to pick. And that's been fun. Stir frying them up, having them all kinds of stuff. I think I have more peppers than I've ever grown before, so that's fun. And these are those little cucamelons, and I really like how they climbed and made a jungle all over my thing here. And then of course they're kind of cute, these little novelties in here. My daughter Lizzie just thinks the actual watermelon look of them is super adorable. She thinks they're just so cute. And I feel like they're pretty prolific, and I feel like they're best in like a salad, just like a crunchy, almost like a cherry tomato type of just throw it in there and have it in the mix. So my artichokes are just about done, but I did leave this one on, and I left this one over here because I really want to see them go to seed. I want to see the beautiful flower, because I am as much into the flower as I am into the fruit. So here's the corbachis here. Oh, is that one turning, or did it go bad on there? Well, I don't know, a little bit of both maybe. There's a yellow orange one in there. But they're coming, they're coming, they're coming. And this is a little melon too here. And I think it's a cantaloupe. And it actually has one in here if it can make it. So I have to keep the chickens out for sure. There's basil everywhere. And these are eggplants, which I don't even know if I'm gonna like them because I haven't really grown them before and actually got very much fruit out of them. But the flowers are fun. They kind of grow. And it seems like I should be having fruit start because they've been blooming for a while. I guess that's the one that's coming. Slowly but surely. Look at this. Grapes. And they're actually sweet. I don't know when you're supposed to pick grapes because like a couple of them are starting to be done, but some of them are still green. So how does that work? When do you just decide when you want to eat them is when you pick them? They're sure pretty, especially when the lights come on like at night like this. It's like a glow around the grapes. I only have the one on the one plant, and this is its second year. So it's grown all of this all the way down. I'm trying to keep it on top of my fence line so it doesn't grow into my space. But it looks jungly because the jungly is so fun. Here's the big sunflowers that are gonna keep going. They'll be fun. These ones will be magnificent here. And of course we got our little area over there that's just looking so good. Figs are done, blueberries are done. This fall raspberries are starting up again. And this is all of my herbs, which probably need to be cut back. But if you look close, you can see how many bugs are on there. There's all these little pollinators on there. They're not the bees, they're these little tiny flying ant looking things. They're not ants, but they're, I don't know, they're pretty. And I'm assuming that they're doing good things. So if they're not, maybe somebody should let me know. Doing well. Everything is I'm enjoying the summer. Summer is definitely coming to an end. I can feel fall. Leaves are starting to come down and different things like that. This is one of those things that makes me happy. I gotta look up my flower packets because I did plant this on purpose, but I can't remember what the name of it is. Delicata squash. Delicata. I remembered. Way over there, I remembered. Now if I could remember what the flower is. But look at these two. Black-eyed Susan vine right here. See, they're coming up too. And this is what I was hoping would happen, is that it would trail up here, and it is. It's all the way up to the top. I mean, it's taken its slow, sweet time, but we still got quite a ways before we'll get our first frost. Last year we didn't get our frost until November, like the 16th or something like that. So that's an August garden tour, and a say hasta la vista to summertime and all that it brings with it, all kinds of fun adventures. And I'll see you next time, but thanks for following along with my garden journey. And those of you guys who keep reaching out to me and making little comments, and some of you who live local who pop in on me or say hi to me, it just makes my day. It makes it all feel like I'm not just being silly, self-absorbed over here. So I just appreciate it, appreciate the new subscribers and all of that. Have a good day. Bye. Now that I'm done with the garden tour, before I show you about the parachuting and the kid going back to college and the volleyball, I wanted to show you about this Sweet Prairie Romance that I got to be a part of a launch team for, called Yours Truly Thomas. It's almost a letter book. If you really like a little bit of a mystery mixed with your romance and it's sweet, sweet story, you would love this one. And here's the title, here's the picture of my book cover that I was telling you about. It's so exciting to see my name on there. And eventually, you can watch on here for it. I'll be letting you know when my free ebook is up and available, so you could actually see what my writing's a little bit about. Hope you enjoy the rest of the pictures, and thanks again for stopping by and subscribing and all that.
3 different jobs that I got interviews with. As of like 2 days in a row, like I got a bunch of emails saying everything.
Lizzie, is that really how she wants it?
So they're not cafeteria jobs?
They're all office jobs. One's in academic affairs, one's in health and counseling, and one's in the athletic office. Hoping for the athletic office one, because that would be the most fun.
We made it.
You made it.
We're
you
alive.
Was it fun? Did you like it?
It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Did you get nervous when you're up there?
No feeling like
Not
it.
really. Like just right before you're actually like about to go, I was like, oh.
Once my leg was out the window, I was like, oh gosh.
How was the first part when you're just falling?
I
was a little freaky.
I was yelling the whole time.
It
Like,
was hard to breathe.
he did like the little thumbs up, and I was just like,
Would you do it again?
yeah, I'd do it right now if I could.
I'd go again too.